After apparently losing in Iran, will American military now focus aggressively on Taiwan next? For the first time ever, US military has fired Tomahawk missile directly in China's strategic backyard. US escalate moves as China's devastating new stealth missile designed to sink US carriers gets leaked. Is Trump shifting focus to next major conflict after humiliating embarrassment in Middle East theater? Will Iran operational failure now push US into high-stakes Taiwan showdown purely to save face? For the first time ever, the US has fired a Tomahawk cruise missile from the Philippines in what analysts describe as a major power signal aimed at Beijing. The launch on May 5 took place from Tacloban Airport during the Balikatan 412026 military exercises, marking a notable shift in how the United States demonstrates regional strike capability. For the first time, a US ground-based intermediate-range cruise missile was fired from Philippine territory, extending the range of reachable targets in the Western Pacific. The operation was led by the 1st Multi-Domain Task Force, which uses the Typhon mid-range capability system as its core long-range precision strike platform. The drill involved a Tomahawk land attack missile targeting a simulated position roughly 630 kilometers away, testing the system's accuracy and integration with ground-based launchers. Developed by the US Army to deliver precision strikes with greater flexibility in deployment and repositioning, it uses the Mk-41 vertical launch system, which is already familiar within US Navy deployments. The system is mounted on HEMTT military trucks, making it road mobile and harder for adversaries to track. It is also air transportable by C-17 aircraft, allowing rapid deployment to forward-positioned locations. Range of around 1,600 kilometers, giving it the ability to reach deep into the first island chain and parts of the South China Sea. Designed for precision strikes, the system is built to hit specific targets with minimal collateral damage. It can target command centers, radars, ports, and bases, allowing planners to degrade an adversary's command structure. Its low-altitude flight profile is intended to make detection and interception more difficult for regional air defense. Typhon is widely seen as filling the mid-range gap left after the collapse of the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty in 2019. The original INF treaty had banned ground-launched missiles with ranges between 500 and 5,500 kilometers, a limit that no longer binds the United States. Washington says the deployment is intended as a deterrent, aimed at helping to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific by reinforcing allied security commitments. China has condemned the deployment as provocative and destabilizing for the region, warning that it heightens military tensions in the Western Pacific. Philippine Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. defended the system as essential for national defense, arguing that it strengthens Manila's ability to respond to external threats. Launch site: Tacloban, Letta Island, positioned within the strategically important First Island chain that runs along the Western Pacific. Being part of the First Island chain, Tacloban provides a forward location from which long-range systems can help monitor and shape maritime activity. From this position, US forces can reach large parts of the South China Sea, monitoring traffic and activity in one of the world's busiest maritime zones. The location helps cover critical shipping routes that connect the Pacific and Indian Oceans through multiple choke points. It also allows target planning against key maritime choke points and naval infrastructure that could influence Chinese naval movements in a crisis. By positioning Typhon in the Philippines, Washington signals that it can place long-range strike systems closer to potential flashpoints without relying solely on carrier-based or air-launched platforms. China is reportedly developing a compact stealth cruise missile specifically designed for its fifth-generation combat aircraft, signaling a potentially important leap in Beijing's standoff strike capabilities. According to the reports, the missile is being tailored to fit inside the internal weapons bays of the J-20 and J-35, allowing those aircraft to carry a serious strike option without compromising stealth. That internal carriage would let the jets maintain a low observable profile until the moment of launch, which is a major advantage in any high-threat air combat environment. Defense Security Asia reported on May 6 that the missile's range is claimed to be around 1,330 kilometers, giving it a potentially significant reach in Indo-Pacific scenarios. The outlet said the development was identified through technical design documents linked to a PLA-affiliated source, suggesting that the program may be more than mere speculation. The missile is reportedly subsonic and incorporates design features meant to reduce both radar and infrared detection, reinforcing its emphasis on survivability and stealth penetration. If those characteristics are accurate, the weapon could complicate the survivability of U.S. carrier strike groups by enabling stealth fighters to launch anti-ship attacks from farther away and with less warning. The reported dimensions place the missile at under 4 meters in length and under 0.85 meters in diameter, which appears carefully optimized for internal bay compatibility. That matters because the missile would allow the launch aircraft to preserve stealth by avoiding external carriage, which usually increases radar visibility and undermines low observable tactics. According to Defense Security Asia, the design uses a blended fuselage, fixed wings, a V-tail, and a serrated exhaust layout, all of which are features associated with reducing detectability. The report also compared the new Chinese design with the US AGM-158C LRASM, suggesting that Beijing may be pursuing a similar mission set with a more compact stealth-friendly form factor. Defense Security Asia noted that the AGM-158C LRASM is too large for internal carriage by stealth fighters such as the F-35 or F-22, which limits how covertly those aircraft can carry comparable firepower. If the reporting proves accurate, China could gain an edge over the United States in one niche of stealth standoff weapon development, especially where internal carriage and survivable anti-ship strike options are concerned. Defense Security Asia reported on May 3 that China closely shadowed the Balikatan 2026 exercises, pointing to a new layer of surveillance surrounding one of the region's most important allied military drills. According to that report, China sent a spy ship into the West Philippine Sea during the US-Philippines War Games, suggesting that Beijing was intent on watching the exercises unfold in real time. The vessel involved was identified as a Type 815A AGI ship, a platform widely associated with electronic intelligence and signals collection rather than conventional patrol duties. The move underscored how the contest in the South China Sea is no longer only naval and territorial, but increasingly an electronic battle space where data and emissions matter as much as ships and missiles.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.